that influential moment, as you put it?
Yeah, it's difficult for me to give my view about it. I think it's obvious and clear that the wrong decision has been made, at least in my opinion.
Sorry, Arne, why do you think that?
Because he didn't interfere at all with what the goalkeeper could do. I immediately after the game, someone showed me the goal that what the same referee allowed City against Wolves last season, Wolves against City last season. So it took the linesman 13 seconds to raise his flag to say it's offside. So there was clearly communication. So, but as I said, that could have influenced the game in a positive way for us, because in the first half we were so poor. But yeah, a set piece can make a difference, and now we conceded the 2-0 from a set piece, and then that was maybe a fair reflection of the first half, by the way, us being 2-0 down. But that's maybe not where it's
of a league. Yes, he went very early today, Gary Neville, and I don't think anyone in here was in any disagreement about that, were they?
Oh, he's a handful, and he's been consistent recently, and of course, when you have an end product like he's getting now, then you take notice of this kid. I think we all saw him over the last few years. There's always been potential, but he's not been consistent, and that's the key time if you want to be a top player or a great player. And then if you're throwing the end product in, then yeah, keep an eye on him. He's looked like he's really settled into the club now. Found maybe more belief, confidence, and he was almost unplayable today.
We use that word a lot, unplayable, but it does seem appropriate here this afternoon because Liverpool just couldn't get a handle on him, could they?
I think if you look at his style of play, he's one of the hardest players for defenders to go up against for me. I think he's so direct, can go either way. His power output, I think, over a short space, maybe 1 yard, when he drops his shoulder and goes, you can't. Everyone that he plays against, doesn't matter who it is, he's going to cause problems. You talk about his dribbling, he completes so many dribbles, creates so many chances, and I think right now, in his mind, he has a plan. I think sometimes players who are dribblers, they don't necessarily know sometimes what they're going to do. Whereas I think now he's getting himself into areas where he's like, okay, I'm going to go left here. I'm actually going to go right. He's not just playing off the cuff. So I think he's improved so much as a footballer this season, and he's going to go from strength to strength. The goal today was magnificent, and I think the only thing he needs to add maybe is more goals.
Yeah, and we'll come to his goal very shortly, but he had caused Liverpool problems before the first goal, Micah, which I suppose ironically was a team goal from City. Every player and the outfield had a touch in the build-up to this.
Yeah, but something I noticed within this, you say the way Liverpool a set up here, you see Robertson and Van Dijk change not at the right moment, then allows the cross to come in, and then Haaland in the air. Okay, you could say Konate is a little bit unlucky. But when the ball goes across, you've got your centre-half, left back at centre-half, and they should just stay in positions now. Now you've got Wirtz in one way. He's not going to help you stopping the cross. Normally Robinson, if he was in a position, he'd be out there quicker.
Could he still go, though? I know he doesn't get there quite in time, but should he still try?
He should still go, but he's not set, Dave. There's a difference between going. When you're in a full-back position there, it's all about your distances. And when you feel like you're not ready to go, because you don't... If he goes, he can go round him. So he waits and maybe expects Wirtz to come and help him. That doesn't happen. So if you look at here, Robertson and Van Dijk, as we've just shown now, City have got overload on the right-hand side with Nunes going really, really high. But now when the ball goes up, it's too late for him to get there because he's got Wirtz in there. A little bit of communication. You probably want your winger then to just help you out, and then you drop off a little bit. But because he switched at the wrong moment...
But that's the full-back crossing the ball, though, so Wirtz should be out.
He should be out 100%.
Well, they done the worst thing. They ended up doing nothing.
Correct.
Even if you go out and he beats you, do something. They've ended up in no man's land and lack that intensity and desire to stop crosses. And that goes back to that real desire. And to me, what I'm really disappointed with Liverpool, and we said a few years ago, 5-6 years ago, when the league, the following season, they lacked that intensity of what champions need, because obviously you're up there to be, you're the target and you're the best team. And Liverpool, to me, with that, we can show them little clips and go, yeah, he's swapping, or yeah, these things happen in a game of football. But when you do have a decision to make, at least do it with some sort of
intent. When you say
intent,
intensity, what do you mean? Just going out, yeah, but then you
talk to stop the cross.
You talk about champions and all that. Is that then just a mindset? Why would he not be going out there?
Maybe it's his third game in a week and he's not played a lot all
That's
season.
what maybe I was
Yeah, but we can
alluding.
again. Yeah, but it's still early in the game. It's not late in the game, and they were home and they only travelled down the road. Sometimes you make excuses for players travelling across Europe and the intensity of the games. They've had a home game down the road, so you want to be careful making excuses. But we'll have the same with the second goal. And people say, "Oh, he can be unlucky with the deflection." Just like that intensity. I think if you're not at it as a team and you're just a little bit off it, like they are, at least get the basics right. You have to get the basics right, and that is stopping crosses and kind of being difficult to play against.
We'll come to the second goal, Roy, in just a second, but before then...
Manchester City stormed past Liverpool with a commanding 3-0 win that left Arne Slot fuming and Virgil van Dijk visibly frustrated. The turning point came when Liverpool had a goal controversially disallowed, a decision that sparked outrage on the touchline and disbelief among the players. Slot didn't hold back in his post-match interview, calling the moment a killer for momentum and demanding more accountability from officials. Van Dijk echoed his manager's feelings, admitting that the team struggled to recover mentally after the call but insisted they'll bounce back stronger. Meanwhile, Roy Keane didn't mince words in his analysis, praising City's ruthlessness while criticizing Liverpool's lack of composure. The former United captain lauded Guardiola's men for their pressing and precision, saying they smelled blood and finished the job like champions. Keane also noted that while the disallowed goal hurt Liverpool, it couldn't excuse their defensive lapses. With this emphatic result, City made a bold statement in the title race, and left Liverpool with plenty to reflect on.